And great, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Both these teams have talent. Front court.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. The shot misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Edwards drives in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Payne for three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. There's Morant after the basket by Minnesota. Count the basket.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Oh, here's Edwards. McDaniels finds Towns. Shot clock at 6. That one goes. Count it.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history. Not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Here is Edwards. Following the basket by John Morant. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Brooks. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Top of the key, Russell. Fires it up. Rebounded by Jackson.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Morant. It dropped for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Oh, here's Edwards. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Morant against Russell. Out to Morant. Back to Bain. And rejection by McDaniels. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Here's Morant. 6 points for him. Pass to Bain. 5 on the clock. Back to Morant.
And what defense there from Gobert. Putting that wingspan to work and not allowing anything easy inside.
There's 1:47 left here in the first quarter.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And it's Morant missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Towns throws it down.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Morant kicks to Bain. Jackson from long range. And again, Memphis no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Here's Morant. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Outside, Bain. Out to Morant. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Jackson has the open look. Good on the triple.
The potential of Jaren Jackson is endless. A center who has a tremendous J.
Timberwolves leading by 3. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Clock at 6. To the right side. Takes a 3. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Pass to Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
An impressive, versatile defender for Jackson Jr. is now about improving his shot percentages and his overall offensive arsenal.
Morant with the steal. Bain passes to Jackson. Here's Adams. Towns with the steal. Here's McDaniels. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
This team leads on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defense. It can be a difference maker.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Memphis trailing here on the court for Minnesota. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point. Now here's Brooks. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bain kicks to Morant. 5 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. That ties the game.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Jackson down low. Towns on him. Here's Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now, and let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
Now, here is Russell. The pass to McDaniels. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Misses the 3. Bain passes to Morant. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Edwards. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
He's off on the second.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Brooks kicks to Bain. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. Buries the long-range jumper. Morant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Grizzlies. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse.
Now, here is Russell. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Morant passes to Bain. From past the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
one of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
Here's Edwards going inside, and Edwards with the stuff.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Passes to Jackson. Back to Bain. Releases. And another basket for Memphis.
And how's that? Poor move, the killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Edwards looking it over. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Timberwolves secure the spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Morant dishes to Adams. Jackson kicks to Morant. Towns against Jackson. Pass to Adams. Moves back up. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside Edwards. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brooks finds Bain. Fires the 3. Brooks the pass to Jackson. Shoots over Towns. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And here's Brooks from outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. We'll second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Jones. Brandon Clark is out there with Green. And it's Aldama with the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And how about the impact that Green has on his teammates?
He's been doing it for over a dozen years. A 3-point specialist and a starter for the majority of his career. Great veteran presence for them to have in the locker room.
Here's Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around. From deep, Prince. It's rebounded by Memphis. Green passes to Concho. Here's Clark, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's McLaughlin. Driving to the basket. Here's Noel. Another shot. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conchar. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clark inside. Guarded by Reed. And the wide open shot from Green. Up Up again, and Clark is right there. Clark's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backcourt.
Now here's Prince. Pass to Noel. To stop the run. Nice D from Williams.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
And stolen by Prince. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Tries again. Here's Reed. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They kick it out to Green. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Now here's Anderson. No points in the game yet for him, and it's good. 2 points.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by the Grizzlies.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Jones, the pass to Concho. Back to Jones. From deep. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin. The pass to Noel. Kicks it out to Prince. Cranes the three-pointer.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Jones dishes to Green. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's the three. Williams finds Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Plenty of space. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to McLaughlin. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Outside, Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jones has got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And here at the and we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Russell. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in the 3 slot.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Morant against Russell. He can't get it to go. Timberwolves go the other way with it. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And finished off by McDaniel.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Morant kicks to Bane. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Edwards can't hit. Memphis leading by 14. Here's Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Forget the long-range shots. Ja wants to challenge you down low.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Russell passes to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 16 points for Anthony Edwards.
And even when under duress, Edwards stays calm, which is what allows him to still score on tough defense.
Now here's Morant. Brooks kicks to Bane. Brooks the pass to Jackson. Adams trying to free himself up. Jackson misses. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now Morant. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. It's a hand on it. Bane on the foul. Bane's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now here's McDaniel. There's Russell with the three. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Bane's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves trail by 14. It's Edwards on the wing. Right wing, McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota. The Grizzlies have gone just 33% for the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Stolen by McDaniels. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Morant, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Outside, Bane. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
Now here's Morant. With the drive, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Clearly a foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. Timberwolves trail by 10. Down low, here's Towns. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
Already one of the league's more creative assist men. Russell making people around him better.
Outside Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Bane. And another miss by Memphis.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Morant outside. Outside, Kane. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Memphis no good. There's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by McDaniel.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the overflow.
And they need to use that momentum, clawing their way back via fast break points.
From deep three-point range. And so the Grizzlies take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms.
Squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Now here's Wall. Leonard outside. Pass to Zubac. Tries again. Payne against George. The rebound by Jackson. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Wall against Morant. Kicks it to George. Inside. And stolen by Morant. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Kicks it out to Jackson. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Wall covering. 5 on the clock. And it's Morant missing. Now Los Angeles with it. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. Leonard on the wing. Outside Wall. Jacks up a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outside Morant. No good with the triple. On offense, here are the Clippers. Leonard passes to Wall. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Outside for Brooks. Jackson outside. Left side Morant. Back to Jackson. Pass to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot from deep. They get it back.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
Picked by Covington. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Ball with it. Jackson in his pocket. The 3, George. Brooks with the rebound.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers have gone only 1 of 6 so far. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. There's something that has really brought this group together.
Here's Brooks. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Morant finds Payne. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Morant against Wall. Pass to Leonard. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Leonard's got his second basket.
Look at the handles by Kawhi Leonard. He has worked on that part of his game. He has his defender on skates.
Back to Morant. Brooks against Leonard. Outside Payne. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. And then Morant with the dunk.
You love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. Ja Morant's a reliable finisher.
Wall, the pass to Zubac. And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
for three. Covington, no good. Misses at the buzzer. It's a tie game in Memphis. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Morant. Drives to the hoop. Count the basket. Morant's got 6.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go? In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
And stolen by Morant. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Adams. Morant against Covington. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. On Robert Covington.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
And Morant drops them both. Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Memphis leading. Here's Brooks. Jackson, right side. Morant, the pass to Bain. Oh, Covington with a block.
All over, guys. I like watching Covington be a pest on the defensive end.
Here's Wall. Pass to Zubats. Lays it up and banks it in.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Wall against Morant. Brooks outside. Bain with it. Back to Brooks. Now here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. It's stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the jam by Covington.
Love the hustle from Robert Covington, making his presence felt in transition.
Morant, pass to Brooks. Good, and the setup by Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Jackson outside. Over Leonard. Jackson pass to Morant. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over Leonard. Here's Adams. Back to Bain. Second chance effort. Goes up again. Here's Morant. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances. Came up empty. Pass to Leonard. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line. Ja Morant picks one up.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Well, Smitty, recently it seems like mid-range shooting is making something of a comeback. More guys taking shots from that area.
And BA, I am so happy. There's nothing wrong with the mid-range game. Some stars have proven it's a viable method, even in the three-point focused modern game. And for the moment, defenses aren't always prepared to deal with it.
Wall, the pass to George. Banked it in off the glass. George has gotten 4 this quarter.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That'll be a second foul of the game. 1:09 left in the first half. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Jackson against Covington. Pass to Bain. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep.
An incredible defender. Paul George combination of quickness and length helps alter many shots.
Back to Morant. The 3. Drills it from deep. Morant's got 11 points. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Three seconds left to play in the second quarter. Morant against Wall. Covington up top. It's George on the wing. He takes it in. And the jam by George.
Insane move by Paul George. A high flyer who can create in midair.
On the wing, Bain. Left side, Morant. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Bain finds Brooks. Clock at 4. Back to Bain. And the basket is good. Bain's got 5 points in the quarter.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
George outside. Shoots over Morant. And a pretty tightly contested game.
The Clippers, 19. And let's get it for the double team.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for SuperLu to start the second half. Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Marcus Morris out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3. Outside, Green. Here's Conchar, defended by Kennard. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their poor guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Here's Powell, and Powell with the stuff.
Attacking the rim with aggression. Norman Powell putting pressure on the interior D with his driving and finishing abilities.
Jones against Jackson. Outside Jones. Unable to get that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable to them.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A line change here for Memphis. Pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And now the Grizzlies on the run. The 3 from Bain. Now Adams. Here's Jackson. Goes back up. Count it. And the foul. That one on Morris.
That is Great body control by Jaren Jackson. Takes the hit, completes the play, now gets to the line for one more.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
And it's Morant missing. Kicks it out to Kennard. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Fred.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brett. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Batum shot is off.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
A good look from Bane. And he drains the quick shot. Bane's got 7 points in the game.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bane. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubats, he's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Powell. George, he's checked in for Kennard. And it's John Wall in for Jackson. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his third foul of the game. Jackson against Batum. Leonard outside. Back to Jackson. Driving in. Pass to Zubats. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Some scouts were surprised when Jackson's wingspan was measured over 7'5". That's a huge number, especially when you talk about contesting shots.
And the shot goes.
And you don't need a roadmap when he's got open court in front of him like that.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
And the basket by Bane.
A stellar shooter from downtown. All Bane needs is a little space, and he's ready to fire.
Jackson, pass to George. Over Bane. That one is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Morant. Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Left side, Morant. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Morant. 4-3. Adams. Outside Bane. Jackson finds Bane. Outside for Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Jackson for 3. Knocks down the triple. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
Timeout called, the Clippers.
And there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team giving up a bunch of second chance points. That's going to be the main topic during this timeout.
Here's George. He has 6. Up top, Zubats. Launches it. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a night. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Morant against George. Brooks from outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now Leonard. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Desmond Bane.
The nuances that Kawhi has added to his game. That time, the little up fake.
And Leonard drops them both. Memphis leading. Morant with it. Pass to Brooks. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And the basket by Bane.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Back to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
Morant against George. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Bane. He's still feeling it. Outside for Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
What timing by Steven Adams. Exceptional job reading the shot and coming up with the putback slam.
George passes to Kennard. He drops it from range. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Outside Morant. Outside Bane. There's Jackson with the 3. This one for 3. That one's good from Bane on the assist from Jackson. Bane's got 11 points here in the second half. And the Clippers call time here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He wants them to up their intensity. He said, quote, "We're lax in too many areas. If we can muster a consistent effort, we have a chance to capture the lead and never look back." Guys, he sounds very confident playing from behind.
Allie, thank you.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Morant against George. From the wing. And too long on the shot.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Batum outside. Kennard outside. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
A fantastic competitor. The bigger the moment, the more Kennard wants the ball.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 1. 1:53 left to play in the fourth quarter. And here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Tremendous effort from John Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
George finds Kennard. Batum with it. Back to Kennard. And they recover it. Leonard outside. 3-pointer. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by George. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Pass to Batum. it on the layup. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
You gotta love the readiness of Batum. 100% prepared to take a shot when the ball comes his way.
Morant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. From deep Payne. Oh, he nails him! And that one brings him within one!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Here's Leonard. Counted!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
The three from Payne. Oh, an enormous three-pointer!
Desmond Bain showing no nerves.
Leonard on the wing. And he drives in. The three from Bain. Oh, couldn't sink it, and we're going to overtime. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Now here's George. Leonard and Batum, the duo at forward. Paul George out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. Batum, right side. Bain against Kennard. 4 on the clock. George, left side. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. Fires the three. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
Emphatic bucket from Steven Adams. His team needed one, and he wouldn't be denied.
George against Morant. Shoots from 12. Morant with a defensive effort. Memphis leading. Pass to Brooks. And here's Morant. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Just over a minute into overtime here. Morant against George. Morant, the pass to Bain. Offline with a three.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Pass to Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Back to Morant. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game. Leonard on the take. And the dunk by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard will never shy away from carrying the offensive load. He can step up and do that for his team.
Morant against George. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Here's Bain. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Bain's got 24 points.
Desmond Bain is a good option in these situations. Way to come through.
George with it. Jackson in his pocket. Pass to Kennard. From behind the arc. Oh, he buries it from outside.
That's a big-time shot by Luke Kennard. He is just one of those guys who is ready for the moment.
Now Jackson. Outside Morant. from Bane. The putback. It's rebounded by Zubac. This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
Kicks it to George. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Look at Adams using all of his impressive reach, firmly swatting that shot away.
Bane, the pass to Adams. Adams with a screen on George. There's Jackson with the three. Off target from downtown. Pass to Bane. The three ball. So a close game sees the Clippers taking. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
NBA and this game features two tremendous passing teams, and of course should be a lot of fun watching these teams move the ball.
One of the things that strikes you about both of these teams is that they really enjoy playing with one another. Both play an unselfish brand of basketball. The ball is moving, everybody's touching it, and usually that's when the confidence is sky high.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Wall against Russell. Outside for George. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Covington from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
This is the prototypical 3-and-D man, Robert Covington from deep. Yes, sir.
It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George. It's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And of course, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, this guy's such an instinctive passer. D'Angelo Russell could average double-digit assists if he wanted to.
Now here's Wall. And the pass to Leonard. The three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Edwards passes to Towns. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
If you look at his offensive rating, Towns one of the best to ever do it. That means the jump shot is key.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Here he goes. Back to Wall. Outside for George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Now Russell. Outside Edwards. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go. Wall. Nobody back. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Always amongst the league leader in steals, Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break.
Poked away. And here's the break. Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Leonard. Outside, Covington. 6 to shoot. Wall passes to Zubac. And stolen by Russell. Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the game. And Towns no good on that one.
Karl Anthony Towns, one of those 5 men that you can play in a big lineup, you can play in a small lineup. Because of the diversity of his offensive game, you can mix his spots on the floor. So important.
And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Wall passes to Zubac. George looking around. Kicks it out to Covington. Leonard on the wing. Stolen by McDaniels. 2 points. That one goes. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Towns Towns against Covington. Out to Russell. 4 on the shot clock. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Inside. Stolen by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Oh, here's Edwards. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Back to Gobert. And he converts the layup.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
It could go. Not going to go that time. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one so far. The Clippers on top. Up by 1. And back. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Leonard kicks the wall. Into the lane. Takes the 3. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Wall. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Edwards looking it over. Pass to McDaniels. Russell from long range. They get it back. Gobert. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
All with it. He's picked up by Russell. In the corner, George with it. Leonard attacking. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon. I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Ball passes to George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Outside, Towns. Back to Edwards. To the paint. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Out to Edwards. And he's good on the 3 ball. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Wall finds George. Right side, Covington. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard the pass to Wall. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Russell against Wall. Towns in the corner. The tray. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And the dunk by Towns.
That's a message by Karl Anthony Towns. Throws it down with authority.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in at half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Outside, Wall kicks it out to Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Rudy Gobert is known as the Stifle Tower, and why not? He has always been such a strong anchor for his team on the defensive end of the floor.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Kicks it out to Covington. Leonard on the wing. And they get it outside. George. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's George. And the layup falls. George has got 7 points.
What a hoop by Paul George. The versatility to get inside and score it.
George against Edwards. He kicks it to McDaniels. Great D that time from Leonard.
No one to blame on that one but himself. It looks like that. You've got to take it in.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Norman Powell is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Batum in at the center position. Kicks it out to Prince. A 3-pointer, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And it goes down 2 points. Batum's got his first basket.
Boy, the ref could have blown the whistle there. Batum just plays right through the contact. Excellent finish.
Here's Noel. Kennard covering. A 3-ball. Knocks down the 3-ball. McLaughlin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Here's Kennard. Kicks to Batum. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Unloads. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And that one is good. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Back to Jackson. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 6. Of course, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The kick out to Anderson. Here's Noel. Kennard covering. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. To the inside. Reed. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
2 on the clock. Kennard. Reed with the block. The Timberwolves shoot their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. That free throw good from Anderson. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Prince misses. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kennard finds Powell. Back to Kennard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Launches it. Offensive rebound. In the corner, it's Morris. Right side Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's McLaughlin. Guarded by Jackson. Anderson right side. It's stolen by Morris. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Prince. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Morris inside. He's covered by Anderson. And that one drops for him.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Here's Noel. Kennard covering. Noel, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Jackson finds Morris. Now, here's Kennard. Defense right on him. Jackson passes to Powell. Driving the lane. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Sinks the triple. Now, just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
This, folks, is what a pure shooter looks like. Luke Kennard, so good from range.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. And it was Prince outside. Nailed from three-point land. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Kennard for three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 5. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. The kick out to Wall. Covington wide open. He fires off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards against Wall. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that 3-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Here's Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Edwards against George. Pass to McDaniels. To the middle. Out to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
There's the pass to Covington. Outside, George. Out to the right wing. And Wall with the slam.
Such a dynamic presence at the lead guard position. John Wall emphatically puts up a couple of points.
George against Edwards. There's the dish to Towns. Out to Edwards. It's up a 3. Edwards with another miss. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. And McDaniels with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. This quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Down low, Covington with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And here's Leonard from 3. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Wall attacking. The 3 from George. And the Clippers miss again. Minnesota leading by 4. Outside Edwards. Feeds it to Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep, low post position. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Wall attacking. He kicks to George. 3rd minute of action now on here in the 4th.
How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? What a work serve.
Edwards against George. Edwards passes to Gobert. And the layup's good off the glass. 9 points for Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Wall dishes to George. Passes it to Batum. Pass to Zubac. Here's George. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Edwards kicks to McDaniel. Before Gobert, he gets it there. Stolen by Zubac. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Leonard the pass to George. On the wing, Batum. Now the pass to Leonard. Takes it inside. A shot that time, not on target. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside, Towns. Russell feeling it out a bit. He feeds it to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Wall finds George. Rebound, Minnesota. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Here's Russell. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, D'Angelo Russell is accustomed to having the basketball in his hand, but this is where it really matters. Can you make free throws under duress of game pressure?
And Leonard puts it up from deep three. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for...
Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie, we expect this one to be intense, with two very athletic teams giving their all to capture the win, Clark.
And they both like to play a very fast-paced, energetic game, running hard, trying to score easy buckets, and that will lend itself to the conditioning level, perhaps being the difference in who comes out on top.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center position, locking down the middle. Now here's Bane. And the three-pointer goes.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Desmond Bane.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Pass to Bane. Here's Jackson. Minnesota with a rebound. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Edwards against Bane. Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. Anderson for three. And it's Bane with the rebound. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Memphis. Right side, Russell. Takes a three. Gets the three to fall.
And, you know, this has become a real weapon for Russell now. And it's because he's worked hard on his shot.
Pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Here's Jackson. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Misses in close. Edwards against Brooks. McDaniels from long range. And another three for Minnesota.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him. A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Edwards. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Russell. The block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Here's Edwards. Can't cash it in from close range. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 from the floor.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
And Minnesota has possession following the bucket by the Grizzlies.
Oh, hey, how about big time right there? Big time. Woo. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Bane. Pass to Jackson. Outside Bane. Now Brooks. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Jackson. There's the three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Back to Morant. Up top, Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. To the inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Tipped away. Memphis leading. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Adams. Outside Bain. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low. Working around the contact and getting it to go.
Bain against Edwards. Over Bain. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Free throw good, Edwards.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court for Memphis, Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1. Up top, Morant, guarded by Russell. Pass to Bain, back to Jackson. It's intercepted.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
And he lobs it up top. Out of bounds, it'll be Grizzlies ball.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Morant against Russell. The 3 from Bain. Good. And the setup by Morant. Bain's got 6.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Russell from outside. That shot, no good. And Memphis taking it the other way now.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, going in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah. Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Edwards against Bain. Shot is good by Edwards. He's got 9.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
So many incredible players, Clark. What elite talent really takes your breath away? Is it passing or shooting, handles, or maybe those high-flying dunkers?
Yeah, for me, I think it's seeing the game, and that goes back to passing. Being able to see a player so ahead, that really excites me because not many players can do that. Scoring, you got a bunch of guys that can do that. Athleticism is actually 13 to a dozen in today's NBA. So I like the vision and passing as the skill that most excites me.
Bain, the pass to Morant. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Over to the wing. Here's Russell. That one off the back iron and out.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Bain finds Morant for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And here's Russell from the high post. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Bain. Adams with the ball. Brooks outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson, the pass to Morant. And and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. For Minnesota, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Moran against Russell. Hey, the pass to Moran. Pass to Bain. Now here's Jackson. Shoots. Bain, no good. The Timberwolves trail. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Gobert finds Anderson. And the three off target. For Memphis, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Bain, the pass to Moran. Pass to Adams. And here's Jackson, guarded by Russell. And here's Brooks. Here's Moran. Jackson for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's McDaniels. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. McDaniels got 5.
The former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Moran, the pass to Brooks. Back to Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Outside for Russell. Anderson for 3. The putback.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
The shot that time not on target. Ja Morant, he's feeling it.
The Grizzlies, 28.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Memphis has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Jalen Noel out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Moore in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Jones from outside. Minnesota with a rebound. And they're on the break. And he lobs it up. Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis' ball.
Well, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Memphis leading. Williams on the wing, puts up a 3, counted from distance.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Reid, pass to Noel, beyond the arc. Reid, the second chance points on the tip-in.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Timberwolves foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Jones. Williams passes to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conchar. Stolen. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. To the paint. Picked it out of midair. Here's Clark. Knocked away. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Shakes him. And he lays it up and in.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Jones with the ball. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Williams passes to Jones. And it's Noel with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Clark with the slam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Right side Jones. Over to the left wing. They kick out to Williams. 3 on the clock. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Here's Noel. Yep, that one's good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside Jones. On the wing, Conchar. On the wing, Conchar. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Clark outside. Williams finds Clark. Williams in the post. Jones from outside. Here's Conchar. Back to Jones. And so it's Memphis closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's most... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court for Memphis, they've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with John Conchar. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Morant. Shot clock at 5. There's Jackson with the 3, with the tip. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Morant. And so he draws the foul, heading to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Pass to Russell. Here's Anderson. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Outside for Morant. On the wing, Brooks fires the 3, knocks it down from distance.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Back to Bain. Pass to Morant. On the wing, Bain, guarded by Edwards. Brooks, the pass to Morant, releases, and yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Morant's gotten 4 this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And, you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we've seen from them in terms of rim protection.
Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Brooks left side. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Outside McDaniels. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Here's Jackson. And the layup is good.
Finishing through contact. Jackson showing why a 6'11" guy with real shooting ability is so dangerous.
Russell against Morant. The kick out to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Russell against Morant. Pass to Bain. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Trying to get back on track. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Up top, Morant, guarded by Russell. The 3 from Bain. Here's Morant. Good work defensively by Russell. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter.
A pretty comfortable win for them in this one. Great effort pays off for the Grizzlies.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Puts one up from 19. Second shot opportunity, and Gobert with the lay-in.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Bane. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Edwards. Oh, misses the dunk.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
And so it's Memphis winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road,
Oh, say does that.
We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center. Now Brooks after Robert Covington missed from long range.
Wow, Dylan Brooks off the bounce. Teammates are loving that.
And Wall kicks to Covington. It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubats. Plays it up and banks it in.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Morant against Wall. Morant passes to Bain. Brooks for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Outside Leonard. And George kicks to Zubats. Back to George. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Can't connect from short range.
Well, in spite of the critics,
Look at that.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. One point he made to his players was, we're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. We have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
All right, David, thanks. Shot clock at 5. Leonard looking over the floor. Hands it from downtown.
What an advantage it is to have someone like Leonard. Everyone knows the shot clock is running down, but they also know that he'll get up a good shot either way.
Now here's Morant. On the wing, Bain. Brooks outside. Memphis moving that ball around. To the inside. And the dunk by Covington.
And he'll eat up ground in a hurry. Covington running the lane and getting out on the break.
Ball against Morant. And it's rebounded by Covington. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's George. The kick out to Wall. Left side, George. Outside, Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. They trail by 3. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Wall passes to George. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
17.
Wall up top. Guarded by Morant. And Wall kicks to Leonard. 4 on the clock.
Hey, you want 3 reasons why Steven Adams is effective? Let me give them to you. Size, length, and athleticism.
Morant.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's good from Morant.
Shooting for Memphis.
Both free throws good from Morant. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Wall dishes to Leonard. George looking around. Back to Covington. Outside Leonard. And no good that time. Adams, some nice D. Bain inside the 3-point line. Gets an open look and hits.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Ball against Morant. Outside, Covington. Outside, George. That's the 3-5. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. Paul George with the steal. Right side, Leonard. Over in the corner, Zubac. And it's Wall in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brooks finds Bain. Bain's on the double team. Morant passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Bain. Off target from three-point range. Stolen by Brooks. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here is Wall. Grizzlies making the shot. Covington with it. He's picked up by Morant. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Memphis leading by 5. Outside for Jackson. Bain passes to Morant. Jackson has the open look. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. When you see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbows. That's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now, here's Bain. Morant passes to Brooks. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Brooks against Leonard. Outside for George. And here's Covington from the arc. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
On the wing, George. Brooks covering. George dishes to Leonard. Zubac the pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Adams. For 3, Covington. It's hauled in by Adams.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Kicks it out to Covington. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson dishes to Morant. At the top of the key, Brooks. Back to Bain. Brooks outside. Bain finds Brooks. Here's Morant. There's the drive. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard draws the double, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
First team.
Here's George. Pass to Zubac.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
Payne for three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Basket good. George has got his first points of the game.
Now, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Here's Morant, and the rejection by Zubac. George with the ball, now defended by Bane.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
There's Jackson with the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Leonard, stolen by Brooks. One-on-one fast break. Here's Bane. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bane. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Wall looking it over. Inside, stolen by Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Diving in. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Adams has got his second basket. Here's George. Just on the clock. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it's Memphis in control.
16. The Grizzlies. 25.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Green. Brandon Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. And it's Conchar into the two spot.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Powell. Clock at 6. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard for three. And they'll get another chance. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Ball to Memphis.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And he gets the bucket. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here is Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Norman Powell. And it's George in for Luke Kennard. Morant against Jackson. It's Morant with the drop. And finished off by Morant.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Now here's Jackson. No good from Zubac.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Morant with a wide open look. That one a little long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
George finds Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Batum passes to Leonard. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. At the elbow, it's Bain. Brooks outside. Jackson against Morant. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
And with the pace that Morant plays with, that mid-range is a great option. He can surprise defenders expecting Ja to drive it.
And the shot is good. Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Morant against Jackson. Jackson kicks to Bain. Back to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's George. That fall. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Now here's Morant. He's got 10. Brooks with the bucket. 7 points in the game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Batum a screen on Bain. George passes to Batum. Outside Leonard. Adams, some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And here is Los Angeles now. Grizzlies making the shot. 6 to shoot. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Brooks outside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. It's his first trip to the line.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
The free throw drops for Zubac.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Here's Bain. Lays it up off the glass. Bain's got 10.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
And the Clippers call time here. Clippers trail by 19. Outside, George kicks it out to Leonard. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. On the wing, Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And Batum can't still knock down threes. He gives you that kind of gravity that the offense relies on.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And so it's Memphis in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. The defensive work that... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. Paul George is out there with Kennard, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Norman Powell comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. Morant scanning the floor. Pass to Brooks. In the corner, it's Bain. Brooks kicks to Bain. Over Kennard. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Grizzlies lead by 19.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Jackson dishes to Powell. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Morris from deep.
And that defensive versatility Jackson has is just incredible. Able to guard multiple positions due to that height and reach.
Clippers trail by 19. Now Kennard. Batum inside. Guarded by Jackson. A shot by Batum, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Brooks with no one around. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And now that's 11 points for Dillon Brooks. Los Angeles calls timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Desmond Bain.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Three-pointer. And it's rebounded by Covington. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. A 3 from Leonard. It's good from long range.
And passes like that demonstrate just how much Kennard is a team-oriented player.
George against Morant. Outside Jackson. It's tipped. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
George against Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Zubac finds Leonard. Outside Covington. The 3. Left side, George. Changes up. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Morant against George. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Desmond Bane.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
On the wing, Jackson. The three from Morant. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. No good from outside. Kennard against Adams. Payne for 3. Outside for Jackson. Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Brooks dishes to Morant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George passes to Leonard. Kicks it out to Covington. Pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range.
And you love that. That's one of the strengths of Luke Kennard's game.
Can't connect. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building...
tonight. This could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. High post Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Wall against Russell. For 3, Covington. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to bring.
And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Towns, a screen on George. Pass to Towns. That one falls.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and roll. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Now here's Wall. Outside Covington. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line. A chance at a three-point play.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's Russell. Towns finds Edwards. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul.
First team.
And here's Russell. Count that one. And Spydi with the Clippers. It shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Here's George. Following the score by Minnesota. The shot won't fall.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Pass to Towns. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside Wall. Leonard for 3. That's tipped. Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. The 3 from Russell. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers trail. Leonard passes to George. And Gobert with a block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
Here's Edwards. George against Edwards. Leonard for 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Edwards against George. Puts the move on.
Did you see that?
Oh,
I saw it.
wow.
And he saw it.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Wall, the pass to Zubac. Leonard outside. The 3, Covington. The shot misses. Now Minnesota takes it the other way.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Ball against Russell. Wall, the pass to Zubac. It's George on the wing. Out to Leonard. Fires for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Russell, the pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Timeout called, the Clippers. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's George. Pass to Zubats. Ball against McDaniels. Leonard passes to Zubats. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
And Zubats drops them both. 30 seconds left in the first quarter here. Outside Edwards. Out left to the wing. Russell against Wall. Now here's Russell. He's closely guarded. No luck on that one. Leonard outside. Let's go with a three. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Leonard's got 9 points.
As a coach, you feel so comfortable with Kawhi on the floor. He's one of those guys when the clock is ticking down, get him the ball.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Los Angeles. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Even to Zubats out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Covington. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line on Robert Covington. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Down low, and stolen by Covington. George with it, Towns covering. Here's Zubats, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
And being that Wall as a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Outside Russell. And defense is now all about switching. Smitty, when you played, would you rather be switched onto a big inside or onto a smaller, quicker player on the perimeter?
Easy answer for me, B.A. I would definitely love to be switched on a little guy and use my size and strength. Obviously, they have the advantage with the quickness, but I do not want to get bruised up by those big guys.
Edwards against George. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Covington. Wall, the pass to George. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Deflects the pass. Zubats with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Covington finds Zubats. Out to Leonard. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. George passes to Leonard. Outside Wall. Just 4 to shoot. On the take. And the big finish by Wall.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. But BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
The Timberwolves trail. Right side Edwards. Inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Wall, the pass to Zubac. Gobert against Wall. Here's Zubac. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Zubac has gotten 4 this quarter.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the free ball.
Wall against Russell. To the middle. Towns. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And that one falls for Towns. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Out to Leonard. Pass to George. Right side Covington. Back to George. Out to Covington. Leonard for 3. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. The shot clock violation. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Edwards against Covington. George with a steal. To the inside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Towns, that's good.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Now George, 5 points in the game. Pass to Leonard. 4 seconds left. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Kawhi Leonard will never shy away from carrying the offensive load. He can step up and do that for his team. Aside from the rim runners in this league, most bigs are now asked to help stretch the floor.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after the break. In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Naz Reid, Jalen Noel out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Anderson in at the 4 slot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reid. A slam dunk by Reid.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Back to Jackson. Kennard finds Jackson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The pump fake from Kennard is smartly done. Can't get a clean look, but gets a foul.
Luke Kennard, 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Back to Prince. Pass to McLaughlin. Oh, a nice one-handed
that right there.
That was a clever move, slicing his way past the taller defender and finishing with some flavor.
Timeout called, the Clippers. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And it's good for two.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
They grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Pass to Batum, out to Powell, from outside the arc. Now Jackson.
Minnesota charged with the foul. Jordan McLaughlin. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Powell finds Batum. Kicks it out to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Back to Batum. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
All right, Batum still has some hops left in those legs.
Here's Noel, defended by Kennard. Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Prince. Launches a three. That shot off the mark. And Los Angeles the other way now. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Up top, Kennard. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Morris. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Anderson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anderson's got his first basket.
Working off contact is something Anderson does extremely well, and he does it a lot.
Jackson down low. Batum, pass to Morris. Here's Powell. Kennard on the wing. Here he goes. The kick out to Morris. There's Jackson with the three. Rebound, Minnesota. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. To the wing on the left. Pass to Reed, right wing. Here's Prince. Pure from three-point range. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Morris on the wing. Kennard outside. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Noel. It's deflected.
A sneaky presence at the defensive end. Nicholas Batum was all over that shot.
Anderson with it. Picked up by Powell. Here's Prince. The three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Batum in the post. Reed defending. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Here's Prince. Pass to Reed. Can't get it to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves ahead. Up 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. We've got Luke Kennard Kawhi Leonard out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Paul George, and it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Outside Russell. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Yeah, aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
And the Clippers call time here. The Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Prince is checked in. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He told his team, quote, "We can do this. This is why we put in the work. This is the moment the work pays off." He's coaching them up for a victory.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Leonard finds George. Pass to Zubats. Leonard with the ball. Batum outside. Here's George. And that one hits the back iron.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
It's Edwards on the wing. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
Here's George. Soft touch off the glass.
It's not easy to work the ball inside of this league, but they've done it all night.
Outside Edwards. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
George outside. Into the lane. And George with the jam.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Kennard against Edwards. Poke loose. George outside. Batum with it. Russell covering. George for 3. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Edwards. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they executed.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
This year was a gutsy performance from him in front of a tough crowd. The fans were on his back, and it never got to him. If anything, it motivated him more.
A terrific ball. The PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Here's Edwards. Here's Towns. Crafty move. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Edwards against George. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
Outside for Russell. Edwards against George. 6 on the shot clock. The 11-footer. From 18 feet away. The shot by Towns. No good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
George passes to Leonard. Outside wall. Back to George. Out to Leonard. George outside. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Back to Batum to take the lead. Russell with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Prince. Edwards against George. He connects!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
The Clippers call timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the final quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good. And that brings him within 2 here.
An elite player in this league. I mean, George understands he needs to come through at the line in clutch moments.
Outside Edwards. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Here's Russell. And it's in.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it